I think you hear this, I'm sure, Jill, all the time. One of the biggest arguments or reasonings behind saying no to foster care in general is, well, my heart will get too attached.
Yeah,
What do you say to that?
it's heartbreaking. Yeah,
Mm,
I mean, I can't tell you how many times that my heart is broken and there's been tears shed. But if I can think back, even though I don't understand, and there were times, I mean, I'm not going to lie, there were times that it broke me so much that I didn't want to do it anymore. And I
sure.
think it was just, it took a moment to step back and remind my, actually, I wouldn't say it took me a moment, it took my caseworker, my CB, she's a very close family, like a friend to me. And she is the reminder to me always when I'm struggling. But Jill, you were there when they needed you the most, and God worked it out to the best, that it all worked out in the end. And
Yeah.
so for me in that moment, I didn't see it, but as time went on, I could see it. And it's like she reminded me, it just meant that there was one more, another child waiting that needed our help. And
Yeah.
so when we, even though we had the hard goodbye, it meant that God had another plan for us, for to help another
Mm,
child out.
yeah.
Need
No,
that.
that's so,
So
so good. I love that. And I appreciate your honesty on that because, it would be easy for us to paint this through rose-colored glasses and to say this is beautiful and it's sanctifying and yeah, but it is hard. And there do come moments, on the regular sometimes when you're in hard seasons where you're like, Lord, I can't do this anymore. But you're right, that's where he steps in. And that's what we have to lean into. And ultimately, it's not, this is a hard statement, guys. I'm fixing to say it, and I have to preach it to myself all the time. But it's not about protecting our hearts from hurt. It's about being obedient to the Lord.
right, that's exactly
Ouch.
right.
Like that is so convicting. And I mean, I'm pointing at the host of today's
I
show, guys, when
know.
I say that,
I have to say it
right?
every day. Still, I still go through
Honestly.
that. So
Yeah, but to operate from that perspective and what you're talking about is, regardless of how we feel about it, the need exists. And so we do. I love that your work focuses on raising up families to say yes despite the fear and despite the challenges, and that's so so encouraging. And I don't know, are y'all squirming in your chairs a little bit as you're listening to this? I don't know who this conversation is for today, if anything, just to inspire and encourage just the obedience of wherever the Lord has you. But maybe you're one of those families where you're like, you know what, I need to look more into this. I need to see what this would look like to say yes. So I have to ask you, I think this is probably a question that you get all the time, but my goodness, a day in the life, all of the complex needs, all of the medical conditions related to just the daily rhythms of life. What does that look like for you, and how do you balance it all?
I call it my. We have a chaotic schedule. So
Yeah.
we have a, but it's very routine in the end to a point. Like it's not, but it is. Like every single morning we get up and we get certain, like during the week our kids go to school. And so we get each one up. We have our 17-year-old. He's in a wheelchair. And so his bus gets him up first. And so we get him going, get him all ready, and he goes to school. And so then we just kind of we get everybody ready for the day, their breakfast. And then once they're off to school, we start going through our kids that are at home due to their medical needs and things. They cannot go to school. It's just, we just decided it was just better for them. So we meet all of their needs. Like our daughter is trach vent, and a recent thing, just because she was so sick constantly, the doctors decided that was best for her. So we just do all that type of thing during the day. But I run a nonprofit, and I work for, like, I do that during the day. So I work, and I make items to sell, what we call like a farm stand, to support the nonprofit. So I bake and make soaps and all that. So we kind of just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then, there we have appointments we kind of go to during the week as well. So
That is amazing.
it's
Girl, you're
busy.
superwoman. I love it. No,
No,
that's
it's
so
coffee.
amazing. Yeah. Coffee and Jesus, right?
That's exactly right.
That's what it is. Oh my gosh, that is so incredible.